What's up, guys? It's the Brick Public back here again with another video. Today I'm going to do sort of a little different type of video than what I normally do. I'm going to be showing you the top 3 ways on how to get custom clone troopers. These are the top 3 ways that the community of custom clones use the most. So yeah, let's get started. I'm going to be doing these talking about the qualities of them, like price, time consumption, quality, like those types of things. So, the first figures I'm going to talk about are painted clone troopers. Painted clone troopers are really good if you want cheap figures, and they're cheap, they are easy to make, and they're fun to make. So there are 2 types of painted clones. There are simple painted ones. This is the one I made a while ago. I think it's very basic. It's very basic paint. But then you got really advanced ones that take a little bit more time. This is not really super advanced, but this is my painted Commander Fox. You can definitely see the difference between both of them. But they're not super hard to make, but there is some experimentation you're going to want to do with it before you actually get to painting. The tools you need to paint are really simple. I use toothpicks, X-Acto knives, anything that can really get that small bit of detail into it. And the paint that I use is apple barrel paint, and it's very cheap. I get apple barrel paint for 50 cents a bottle, so it's not really that expensive. The one flaw with them is sometimes if this is only a flaw if you play with them, not really displaying them, but if you play with your figures, some over time there'll be scrapes in the paint. I actually dropped him. I dropped him. You can see sometimes the boots, the paint will scrape off. The way to avoid this is by spraying some sealant on it. If you just spray some sealant on the figure, it will get extra protection, so you won't really have to worry about it scraping off. So if you have sealant, I don't know, any sealant, and spray it on, it will be safe. So yeah, overall it's a good option if you want cheap figures. It's not super time consuming depending on what figure you make. This one took about 30 minutes, and this one took about, I want to say 2.5 hours. So it's not super long. So the next figures that I want to talk about are decald figures. Decald figures are really good figures, design-wise. They are really fun to make if you want to make some fun troopers. This figure right here, this one was decaled by me. It is really nice. So decaling, price-wise, it is very cheap, when you're not starting out. When you're starting out, it will get expensive, but that is only because of the tools. The tools you use are expensive-ish. This is a tool you're going to need, a Citadel mold line remover. It's costs around $15, and that's just one of, out of the 6 tools you'll need. But they're really simple tools, and once you buy them, you're not going to really need replacements unless you, lose something. But the decals themselves are pretty simple. They are not hard to use. There are some hard ones, and then there are simple ones. Here is a simple one. It's not really that hard to use. But here is a more advanced one. I think you can definitely see the difference. So, if you ever want to get into decaling, I'm gonna leave a link in the description on like the basics of decaling. So if you ever want to get into that, I will have a link on how you can do that. Same thing with painting. I forgot to say, if you want to learn how to paint, I'm gonna like put a link in the description on how you can paint clones. So yeah, those are the two. Decaling, it's fun, it's cheap. Like once you get the tools and stuff, it's cheap. It's not really time consuming. It takes maybe 20 minutes per figure. It's not like super time consuming, but yeah. So the final figures are printed figures. These are definitely, they take the least amount of time to do because they're already made, but it is the most expensive. So with printed figures, there's really two ways you can go with printed figures. Jonak Toys, a seller that I buy from a little bit, like they're a good seller. I'm gonna put a link in the description just so you can see them. They sell printed printed bodies. They're Lego style printed bodies. They are not super complex. Like there's one, think, yeah, here's another one. Simple bodies, but they're still cool. And what you can do with them is make clones. Like you can buy helmets and whatnot and just, you know, make cool clones with them. But the other option is 360 printed figures. Those sell for a lot more, and here's an example. This isn't Clone Army Customs. If you want quality printed figures, you're gonna want Clone Army Customs. This is AV Figures printed, Captain Hauser. It is pretty nice. So, printed figures, depending on what you want, I want to say cost around $20. $20 to $30 is probably like the normal price range for like 360 printed figures, when these little Jonak Toys bodies sell for like $8 a body. So these, if you want, I would definitely recommend these if you want to build your army, but if you want detailed clones, then you would want Clone Army Customs or AV Figures. So yeah, that's really all I had for the video today. Expect another one soon. If you liked the video, please subscribe and like the video. If you want me to do more videos like this, I'll definitely do them, because it's very challenging to come up with more ideas for the How to Upgrade series that I do. It's very hard to think of more clones when I have a very limited amount of pieces, so expect something new sometime soon, and I'll see you all in the next video. Have a nice day, guys.